Father in heaven, we thank you for this beautiful day we've had to enjoy. We thank you for this opportunity that we have to come here as leaders in this community. We pray that the business that is done here tonight is done in a way that's pleasing in your sight. We pray for this community, for you to bless it and always keep it safe. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll call the meeting to order. First thing on the agenda is approve the minutes from the previous meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Damon, second by Tommy. All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have approved payment of bills.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Neil, second by Brian. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next we have approved treasurer's budget transfers as presented.
Motion.
Motion by Damon,
Second.
second by Darren. All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have approved treasurer's monthly settlement.
Motion.
Motion by Darren.
Second.
Second by Tommy, all in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have approved the second reading Grayson County Budget Amendment Number 3 for fiscal year 2020-2021. Any discussion on it?
It's what you read before, and it's just to address the bond, to put it in our financial statements.
Any discussion? Nothing? Motion?
Make a motion.
Motion by Brian.
Second.
Second by Darren, all in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have approved second reading of Grayson County Fiscal Court's budget for 2021-2022. Any discussion on that? None? Motion? Motion by Neil. Second by Kevin, all in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have approved administrative code and personnel policy. The only change that we have had is section 2.6 states that the county's work week begins on Monday and ends on Sunday. Section 7.1A states fiscal court's meeting locations, dates, and times. Section 7.1 states the fiscal court may approve to change a regular court meeting if it falls on a legal holiday to the next business day at the same time. And also, that was on the administrative code. That's 3 revisions that needs to be revised in there. Personnel policy, 5 revisions. Section 1 states the fiscal court's meeting location, dates, and times. Section 2C states new employees that are hired that are coming directly from another agency in which they are already participating in the Kentucky retirement systems will not have a 6-month probation period. Section 3A states employees that are called out for work after business hours will be paid overtime at the discretion of the department head. Section 4, Massa insurance is added to the list of insurance providers by the county to full-time employees. Section 4 restates the new employee that are hired that are coming directly from another agency in which they are already participating in the Kentucky retirement systems will not have a 6-month probation period. Any discussions on that?
Read that.
Nope. Nothing?
Good.
Any motion?
Make a motion.
Motion by Darren, second by Damon. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next we have approved jailer's payment of bills.
Make a motion.
Motion by Brian,
Second.
second by Neil. All in favor?
Aye.
We do not have any jail construction bills, correct, Jason?
Yes, that's correct.
Approved jailer's monthly settlement.
Make a motion.
Motion by Kevin,
Second.
second by Darren. All in favor?
Aye.
Next we have approved jailer's budget transfers as presented.
Make a motion.
Motion by Brian, second by Neil. All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have approved Grayson County tourism budget for 2021-2022. Y'all looked over that? Any questions or discussion?
I make a motion.
Nothing? Motion by Tommy,
Second.
second by Darren. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next we have approved the purchase of a 2021 John Deere excavator for the road department. Their approval is for $78,068.51. This is a John Deere excavator, 60G You are familiar with that? They've tried out 3 pieces of equipment. They had come to me and wanted to purchase an excavator, a smaller track excavator, for some of their jobs, and also a rock hammer, hoe ram.
Is that included in that?
That is included in that price, yes.
The 78 is with the
Yes,
ramp.
yes. And they tried out 3 pieces of equipment. All of them are on state contract, so that we do not have to bid them. And so the road department has, I told them to pick out which one they thought was best for them. And so this is the one that they thought that would be best for them. So if y'all got any questions about it,
I make a motion to purchase it.
make a motion to purchase
I second it.
from John Deere for $78,068.51. Motion made by Tommy, second by Darren. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, we have approved to lease this piece of equipment. And CAECO is 3.74%, and Magnolia is 3.25%. However, there is a $500 bank charge penalty for early payoff.
Well, that 500 is just a
Through Magnolia.
processing fee, and then
Fi-
also,
Okay, a $500 processing fee, and then there's also a penalty for early payoff.
this is your total payoff.
And
That's through Magnolia.
yeah, CAECO would be 85,716.60. That's total payments if we done the entire length of the lease. 85,716.60 would be the total. Lease 1 Magnolia is 85,118 or 188.80. 85,188.80. So there's just a little bit of difference there, but the difference is made up because of the $500 processing fee. And if we pay it off early, which most of the time we do, we're gonna get hit with a finance charge. So,
I make a motion, we go with CAECO.
motion by Darren to go with CAECO,
I second.
second by Kevin. All in favor?
No.
Any opposed?
Can I ask a quick question on that?
Mhm.
Sorry. You're leasing it instead of buying it. Why?
We cannot purchase.
We can't purchase anything because you can't spend taxpayer dollars for the next fiscal year.
So after the lease is up, they get it back?
No, it's ours.
We keep it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's just called a
You,
lease.
sorry.
yes, you
I'm
can't
sorry.
spend, you can't purchase something and spend taxpayer dollars for a fiscal year that you haven't collected taxes on.
That's all I need.
Okay.
That answers my question.
All right. Approve sheriff's monthly settlement.
Make a motion.
I second it.
Motion by Darren, second by Tommy. All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have approved the purchase lease of 4 new cruisers for the sheriff's office. Norman?
Yeah, we're looking to buy 4 new red Chevrolet Corvettes for our crew. I'm just kidding. We're not really-
Good
We're
luck
not-
getting them.
We're not really getting those. We're gonna ask the fiscal court to give us that money. No, we're not. So we've got 3 Dodge Chargers and we're gonna kind of we're gonna purchase a Dodge Durango as an SUV. The total on those is $160,080. That's obviously, we're not asking the fiscal court for any money. That's gonna come out of our budget, but we're gonna lease them for 4 years. We're initially gonna pay about $70,000 before December, and then we'll have about $117,000 or about $100,000 left on the note. It's gonna be for 4 years. However, we're probably gonna end up paying the note off in 2 years, by the end of next year, before this term is over. But we got that on a 4-year lease, just to kind of give us some cushion at the end of the year to make other purchases. Any
Discussion?
questions on that, guys?
Durango 4-wheel drive?
They're all-wheel drive. All the cruisers we get are all-wheel drive. And of course, we've been trying to increase, we've probably 4 or 5 of our vehicles have over 150,000 miles on them. Once we complete this purchase, we will have about 20 vehicles we would have completely went through our entire fleet since I've been in office. So we've replaced every vehicle over a period of 7 years. But we need to recycle, we need to get some of these older cars out and then get some new ones in.
And these are in your budget from money that you've saved over the past little bit? And
Yeah.
you're not asking the fiscal court for anything
No,
out of
I'm just
general
asking to
fund?
approve it, because I need approval for the auditors to be able to, go ahead and purchase those vehicles. But like I said, it's, we're gonna make a payment, we're gonna pay for one of them right now out of our budget. And then in December, when we get November's, tax, commissions back, we're gonna go ahead and make the first payment. So we'll only have 3 payments after that, which will end up, like I said, paying off by the end of next year.
I'll make the motion.
I'll say.
Motion by Tommy, second by Damon, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? There you go. Next, we have fire department presentations for fire chiefs and approved fire dues to be added to the tax bills. Anthony couldn't be here with us last year. We went ahead and done this. I've got all the petitions here. If any of the magistrates like to go over them from all the county fire departments and Litchfield City, all of them that collect fire dues. And it's my recommendation that we go ahead and approve this so they can be presented on to the tax bills for this year.
Make a motion.
Motion by Darren, second by Tommy. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next we have American Red Cross.
Well, thanks guys for letting us come back. So the last time we were here, we just gave you an airplane view of what American Red Cross does, the 4 services of our 5 lines that actually pertain to Grayson County. But our heart is, and our hope is, that we would find volunteers and increase our volunteer presence in Grayson County, because we don't operate without volunteers. So we've got several people with us today. We're getting ready to go to Farmers and have dinner. We're going to talk about what that means for them being a volunteer. Our ask was $2,500 to sow into Red Cross on behalf of the future board member that would represent Grayson County. Because it is, as a board member, they are someone who gives of themselves $1,000 a year, and then they are to fundraise $2,500 a year annually as part of their criteria. So it was our strategy to see if the county would help us find someone who you felt like would be a missionary for the Red Cross, and someone who would, in any of those lines of services, be philanthropic and want to be a worker and a representative for Grayson County. So if you have names, I would love to have those names. But I think we've had 14 or 15 people reach out from the newspaper articles and from the last meeting saying that they're very interested in helping us with the mission here, which is good, because the goal is to respond quickly to any disasters we have. So statewide, right now, our disaster response teams are training for the Madrid Fault Line earthquake. Those are the things. Hurricanes won't touch us here, but those are the things that we prepare for in Kentucky. So it looks promising. We've had a lot of reaction, a lot of people interested in helping. So we feel good about it, and we'll continue moving forward and recruiting volunteers and upping our presence here. And I guess today we're just checking back in. Do you have any questions for us, names for us, concerns?
I think Wallace Anderson's interested from the way he's looking back there.
I'm
so.
absolutely in.
Yeah,
Great.
he's gonna give. We've already talked about it.
Oh, okay.
Are
Yeah.
you?
Guys, have y'all had time to discuss some of this with some of your people? And y'all got any?
I had actually considered becoming a volunteer,
Yeah.
but I was gonna get, but we did have a couple people that wasn't at the last meeting. So what is actually the $2,500? What does that go for?
Well, so Jennifer brought numbers last time. When we respond to a family who has been removed from their house due to a tornado, a flood, or a fire. So in eastern Kentucky, we had those floods in February, and we had 1,000 families, 1,000 people, I shouldn't say families, 1,000 people who were renting somewhere, uninsured or underinsured, that we have a process of prepare, respond, and recover. So the volunteers go in and we prepare the county for any disaster, in any way, shape, or form. We respond to house fires, floods, and then we help you recover. So we helped those families. We stayed with them for how long, Jennifer, through the recovery process?
6 to 8 weeks at least.
Yeah. So they end up with a case planner through Red Cross that helps them walk through the process of getting back to a shelter that is their dwelling. So what we're hoping to do on the forefront is prepare. Let's get volunteers trained and prepare. If you go back to 2009 in the ice storm, we waited for how long before the Red Cross responded because we were not prepared in Grayson County with our own volunteers to respond. So we had this makeshift crew of, I was with in an ambulance going and getting food off the Walmart shelf, and we were looking for cots to open at the high school. The Red Cross already does all of that. We have cots, we canteen, we do all of those things when we actually respond, and then we go through the recovery process. So we're now taking the strategy that we're meeting with each county to just find those people who would start the preparedness process. To answer your question, that $2,500 would more than likely, though, if what's raised here stays here, would end up in the pockets of a family who is displaced from their home from a fire.
We spent over $9,000 just in direct client assistance last year in Grayson County. So that doesn't count the training, that doesn't count the transportation, anything like that. That's actually money that was put into the pockets of your residents to help them begin their rebuild.
Yeah, and that money gets spent here, more than likely.
You have a lot of fiscal courts that donates this $2,500
Yep.
throughout the state.
I met with Graves, Hickman, Caldwell, Ballard, and Ballard, Hickman, Fulton, Graves. I met with those 5 yesterday, and they're really excited to have us come back in and prepare their counties
So
and
they've
find their
all
volunteers.
donated the $2,500 to them.
We have several that donate throughout Kentucky. I know in my region I have.
Yeah, we started it, I think, in the fall is where we kind of started out the process. So at our chapter, Logan County's done 5,000, and we've made the asks. So now we're just going out and meeting the people. The emphasis is, what is next? And Misty has just been great at laying the groundwork with her dual connection with the Red Cross. So the success of this is going to take me to Edmonson County because we're getting ready to go do an event there because they've had quite a few fire fatalities, and it's just tugged at our heart since before quarantine that we've not been able to get in and put smoke alarms in homes and that sort of thing. We've installed a lot of smoke alarms in Grayson County. In Edmonson County, we haven't done that. So, we're just kind of moving through. Having someone here that can advocate for us like Misty is doing. She's not supposed to be doing this in her role. This is just an icing on the cake. To have somebody here that can advocate and keep us connected and let us know what the needs are and, just be a face for the Red Cross in the community that can work with me directly is what, it's just going to be a great asset.
Are you all wanting the court to pick the board member?
If you have a recommendation, we may have one sitting here who wants to do this tonight out of who's reached out to us. I had a couple women say, I'd be interested in the board role. But if you have somebody that you've talked to, we'd like to have their name too, because we're going to, at dinner tonight, get into what that board row means, and they may opt out. That's more than what they want to do, because it is a working board row. Our goal is that your board member, you don't have to have a board member, I just would like for you to have the representation on that side of it. That when they go to the board meeting, they're representing Grayson County and say, this is what we have going on here, this is how many volunteers, this is where we are with training, so on and so forth.
The reason I ask is because I know Kevin has said something about volunteering. I don't know if he would be interested in being on the board position, but I would ask him to abstain from voting when we vote to give them the $2,500 if you are considering that position.
I think that would be.
Oh, not the board,
excellent.
just the volunteer.
Okay.
And we are looking for a community volunteer lead or leads that would help keep us connected in the community. They help kind of recruit the volunteers. We need disaster action team responders, folks that can do casework, client casework. And then when we find folks with mental health training, they can really respond across the state, medical training as well. If somebody's lost all their medical equipment in a fire or there are prescriptions and they're not able to get those replaced, we have a team that, apart from our volunteers, go out and make those requests and fill those gaps too. Yeah.
So you're not necessarily asking us to.
No, you don't have to appoint a board member. We just know that we start with top leadership. You all know everybody, so it's easier for me to come to you and say, do you have a name or somebody off the top of your head than for me to try to work through everybody in the county and say. But I would like, if you do have a board member or whoever your CBO ends up, to report back to you all on an annual basis of what they have done, where we are, how many volunteers we have, what it looks like this year versus last year. Because also just the media coverage, Matt wrote a great story and helped us tremendously. So it's just always good to bring it before the people, what we're trying to do here. So.
Discussion?
Sounds good. It's good just to have somebody in our county here.
you know, especially Misty, you know, been in our county, representing just us.
Yeah. We do so much more than I can even tell you all,
Right.
that
Well,
we're,
yeah.
that we're working for people. I wish we
Right.
could talk about it all day, but it is, and that's my heart, is that each county has someone representing and then a good source of volunteers to respond immediately.
And right now, we need your blood, so there's a blood drive coming up.
There's a blood drive coming up. We
So
are-
if you all would make an appointment,
We are
that would
possibly
be.
needing. There's a blood shortage.
I don't know
right
when
now
it
in
is,
the
but we're in
nation.
an
June 21st, 'cause I'll be
Severe.
there. It's in Clarkson.
severe shortage right now, so, especially if you have O.
What you got?
Norma, you got
I do have I just now was able to give blood again because Red Cross just passed where people that were stationed in Germany can now give
Yeah,
during certain times, so.
Yeah, we
I
are.
couldn't give for years.
So if you have that block on it, let us know and we can get you routed around.
I called and they should have taken it off, so.
And they're also testing for COVID antibodies and sickle cell, so your blood.
Until June the
June
25th, so that 21st blood draw would be great.
So if you're interested, if you have antibodies or not, you'll find out.
Any more discussion? Red Cross? Motion to approve the $2,500.
Since I am interested, you brought that up, I'm interested in the volunteer thing, I'll abstain from voting.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Neil,
I'll second.
second by Brian. All in favor? Any opposed?
No.
One opposed. Motion passes.
We're headed to take all of these people to farmers that are interested in going with us, so you're welcome to
Well,
come
we
to
wish
dinner or
we could
stay
go
here.
with you, but we're gonna open up bids.
Are you all paying for the meal?
We are. Yeah. Come on.
Where the meeting's over?
Adjourn.
Thank you all, we appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
See you on me.
So, yeah.
Bye, Miss Bratcher.
All right, next we got Miss Jenny.
Okay, I've lost some of that crowd. My name's Jenny, and I'm from the Grayson County Health Department, and I'm the community health educator. And so today I'm just coming to you all to talk to you about a program called Cribs for Kids. Have any of you all heard of Cribs for Kids? Okay. So basically, in Kentucky, we have higher than normal SIDS rates, or that's now referred to as SUID, sudden infant death syndrome, sudden unexpected infant death syndrome. We have double what the national average is. And there was a study done, I think it was in 2018, and when they looked at SUID cases and SIDS cases, they found that in over 90% of those, there was an unsafe sleep environment that came into play. Now that doesn't mean the unsafe sleep environment necessarily caused the death, but they found that there was like a common denominator, like there is something to be said for safe sleep. And so at the health department, just since I've been in this role, we've been really active in trying to promote safe sleep in our county. And what we found is that a lot of families, due to our poverty rate, are not able to buy safe sleep spaces for their little ones. They come in, whether they're in the HANDS program or just they come in to the health department, and we'll ask them, like, where's your little one gonna sleep? And they're like, well, it's gonna have to sleep with me because I don't have a place for it to sleep. And we know that safe sleep is putting your baby alone in a crib on its back. The crib needs to be clean and empty, and you need to be free from any type of, D is for danger, distracted caregivers or anything like that. So we know that the problem connecting families to safe sleep environments. So Cribs for Kids is a program where and I brought a kit with me. I didn't unfold it, but this is a pack and play essentially. It's called a cribette. Also, when families come in and they don't have a safe sleep space, we educate them on safe sleep. We talk to them about where their little one is sleeping. We make sure that they understand it needs to be in this. It doesn't mean that we don't need to co-sleep or sleep in a bed that's made for an adult. And we also give them a safe sleep sack. We give them a pacifier. But we give them lots of education and lots of information. And this is great for us because, one, it helps lessen our SIDS rates in the county, but also it helps to kind of dovetail into other programs the health department offers, like if they need a car seat, we have a car seat program. If they need WIC benefits or whatever, we're able to kind of meet with them face to face and talk to them about that. So this program is a community matching program. So what that means is for every Safe Sleep Survival Kit, and I'm gonna give you these, I meant to pass these around the beginning, do you care to just pass these around? So for every Safe Sleep Survival Kit that a community partner sponsors for $100, that enables me to buy that crib kit, but also another one, because the state releases funds. So the reason I'm here tonight is I had reached out to Jason at the detention center and asked him about if he would want to sponsor some cribs. And he said that, he thought it sounded like a good program, but of course he needs approval from you all. So I wanted to kind of be here tonight, talk to you about the program, answer any questions you have, but also if any of the rest of you are interested in sponsoring, my goal is I want to sponsor 40 crib packages for our county. To have on hand, whether that be at the health department, I distribute cribs, but also we can actually put those at the hospital. We can put them in pediatricians' offices. Litchfield Pediatrics recently decided they would be a sponsor, and so they have sponsored a couple of crib packages for us as well. But I want to have 40 on hand, so that means that I need to raise $2,000. So that comes from just different community partners. I would be glad to answer any questions you have, or whether that's one or it's whatever.
Can I add something here? I talked to, I'd seen it on the agenda today, and I talked to Jenny, and I understood that she had already been talking to Jason. And so I called Joe Brad, the coroner, to see, what the effect here was, and he says that we average 3 to 4 sudden unexpected infant deaths a year. And so I think that it's a real, I think that there needs to be some more publications concerning this. I mean, I've always known what SIDS was and been concerned about it, but I feel like there needs to be radio spots, just like we educate them about safety belts and drinking and driving and everything, because it's a shame for that many lives.
There used to be a sizable drive for SIDS prevention in the county. And it just kind of fell by the wayside.
Yeah, and we had our community baby shower in September. We did a drive-through shower because of COVID.
Yeah.
But we actually made Safe Sleep the theme. And so when people drove up to the baby shower, we said, okay, here is what does A, B, C, D of Safe Sleep stand for? We made a pre-test. And then they stopped at stations and we told them about what Safe Sleep was while they were in their car. Then they took that same one afterwards. And we experienced tremendous growth. People didn't know that babies needed to be necessarily put on their back. They didn't know that co-sleeping was not a great thing for an infant under 1. And so we're really trying to push that. Part of our, the packages I've selected for this year for the health department to work revolve around safe sleep, cribs for kids. So this is just something I need just to be able to distribute the cribs. I just need some community partners. So I just wanted to.
So what's the community partner? Is that
a community partner is someone who says, hey, I'm going to give you $100 to sponsor a crib package.
But can it be an individual?
It can totally be an individual. It just cannot be the health department, and it can't be the Board of Health, and it can't be a program that the health department sponsors. So for instance, Litchfield Pediatrics recently, they said they wanted to sponsor 2 cribs, which actually allowed me to buy 4. I started out the program in August with 20 emergency cribs. These were some the state knew we had a need, and they just gave us 20 cribs, and I have went through all of those. And I wanted to let everybody know, sometimes there's an association that it's a free crib program. So we do have people call, because I am getting the word out about this program, where people call and say, hey, I'm calling about my free crib. Where can I get my free crib? And I'm like, well, where does your baby sleep right now? And they'll say, well, it sleeps in its baby bed, but I just needed the free crib. No, you don't get a crib. That's not what this program is for. This program is for if you tell me your baby does not have a place to sleep, if it's sleeping with you. So we really try, I don't want it to be just the free crib program. You guys work too hard for the money that you're making and the things that you're doing for me just to give out free cribs all day. But it has really impacted a lot of families. We've given out 20 so far.
I know.
What age group does this affect?
Under 1. We know that, honestly, sudden infant death is the #1 cause of death in children under 1. So after children turn 1, basically the risk is less. And I'll tell you why. I mean, I know this may be more information than you want, but a baby, when they're born, they have really, really, really low muscle tone in their neck. Okay? So if you put a baby to bed on its belly and it gets its nose on a mattress, especially if it's an adult mattress that's soft, that baby is not strong enough to lift its head up. So there we go, that's why you put a baby to bed on its back. But also, we have instances where parents are co-sleeping and they actually will in the night roll over on their baby. And we know that's happened.
Oh, yeah.
And so that is one of the issues with being under one. When babies are a little bit bigger, they're able to kind of take care of, I don't want to say take care of themselves, but they're not as at risk.
Okay, personally, I wanna do a couple $100 for you.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
About your time.
Well, I'm all in. I have a company that will donate $1,000.
Well, I appreciate that.
I got you beat, son. Now, open up again.
$500.
Thank you.
I think, Jenny, I think also, I think it'd be a very good idea if we tag this with our Shop with the Cop program.
Okay.
I think that's just, I mean, it's shopping for kids, and
Yeah.
that's certainly a need that a lot of families here in Grayson County have, so
Yeah.
we'd be more willing to.
Okay.
Jenny, what are you requesting from the court or from?
I just wanted to explain what it was so that anybody who's involved wants to do it, you all say it's okay to spend that money that way.
Okay, I know, Jason, you had spoke about.
We
some-
have a little bit of funds that was assigned to Jeremy's office for Rocket Docket that was unused
Mhm.
just from this year, or last year technically. With your all's permission, we can do it that way if we can refer inmates' families to that
Yeah.
also. So
Yeah.
with that, both of those things in place, then we can do that. It's about $2,000.
And Jenny, and from my understanding, the state matches
They do. They do.
everything.
So
that we
basically what
donate.
they do is this, when I purchase the Cribs for Kids packages, they're $100 for the crib and all the stuff that goes with it.
Okay.
And so when I buy one, they go ahead and let me buy another one. So that's why if I'm able to sponsor, say like if I'm able through community partnerships to be able to sponsor 20, I will get 40.
That's great, that's
And I-
great.
And I think with a little bit of advertisement, like Jeremy was talking about, if Matt and K105 will assist in that a little bit, you'll probably
Okay.
get a lot more individual partners.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, that would be
From the
great.
community, too.
And I set the goal of 40, but like I know we'll give cribs away.
Yeah.
I think you got it now.
Yeah, I think, we'll be at least 1,000 too,
Jason's
I think we would do that for Shop
Yeah.
with the Cop. When do you need the money?
I brought forms tonight. You just sign and you tell me how much you want to do, and I'll come. I'll
Bring 'em
come
on.
collect.
Bring 'em on.
You come prepared.
I did. I tried.
I would ask if we're gonna do you all have to vote for that $2,000.
I'll make that
Angel,
motion.
would it be better, Angel, to come out of the general fund and then reimburse it out of the jail, or does it matter,
I don't think it's gonna matter.
as far as the auditors go?
Yeah, I mean. I
You're actually doing a transfer into the Grayson County Health Department, right?
Yeah, the checks will be made to the health department, but I can give you the Cribs for Kids partnership agreement, so that way you can count it on your taxes. It's tax deductible.
It's not gonna make a difference between jail or general. They still might say, I mean, why are you spending jail money?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get that question regardless, so you can just write it out of jail.
Yeah, as long as we're able to refer inmates'
Yeah,
families.
and I mentioned that to
cover there.
Jason.
Yeah.
Somebody gets out and they're being reunited with their family, and maybe they start out with nothing. Then we're fine with somebody calls and says, we're trying to set up house, to be able to bring our little one home, and we just need a crib. And we can totally do that. And I'll just remind you all too, we still have the car seat program as well, that the Board of Health sponsors the car seats.
All right.
And I actually just received a grant, that's an expansion grant for that, where I'm gonna be giving boosters away too for the county, so.
Good. All right, there's, Jason has stated he could give $2,000 to what was formerly known as the Rocket Docket to which was left over from last year, from the county attorney's office, that he could give that monies to, for this Cribs program. So I need a motion to donate that $2,000 to.
You can ask questions.
Yep.
Jason, do you have a line item that's got 2,000 free, or do we need to wait till 7/1?
We'll have to wait till 7/1 probably, because I don't have them.
I know, I don't know if we've
Rocket,
got any.
it was Rocket Docket before, so we'll have to.
Yeah. So it'll probably
Well,
Yeah,
be
that's
7/1.
fine.
I didn't
we can
think
write
about
a
that.
check.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
I make that motion, Judge.
I'll second.
Motion by Darren, second by Tommy, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. All right, and you know, you only
And
fill out
Jenny,
some
if you
forms
want
after.
to stay there later, whatever, my wife will be in a little later and she'll.
Oh,
take care
okay,
of that.
okay.
She's here now.
Thank you.
She's here now? Okay.
Yeah, she's still here, Darren. All right.
That's got one in today,
$2,000.
Excuse me?
That's got one in today.
Can you bring us some forms,
The
Yeah.
grids.
please?
Okay. Next, we're gonna open bids for road materials, mowing, and judicial cleaning. Done all right? Okay. This is a bid for cleaning the judicial building, which is over on Carroll Gibson Boulevard. Quinn's Cleaning Service, owned by Donna Nunn and Deborah Nunn, and the bid to meet the specifications is $3,200 per month. They are also on call 24/7 for emergency spills or any situation, and they will supply their own environmental cleanup kits. And any other bids? No bids? That'd be my recommendation to probably accept this bid.
Motion.
All right, motion by Brian, second by Damon, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, I'm gonna lay these things down.
Two
Do you
mowing.
need these prices? Do you need the prices to put down in these minutes, or am I going?
You're fine. Two mowing.
Two mowing bids. All right, this is also for the Judicial Center, which is Carroll Gibson Boulevard, from Edwards Lawn Service. Mow and weed eat the grounds, blow off any grass on sidewalks and parking lots, trash and limb pickup. $130 per mowing. And there's a copy of also the liability insurance in here. So it's $130 every time they mow the grounds. All right.
Travis Gibson.
This is a bid for $125 per mowing of the judicial complex. And Travis Gibson, 166 Pearl Oak Road in Clarkson. So we got two bids. One, and Edwards is doing it now. And Gibson is Travis. I don't know if some of y'all know him, was out Pearl Oak Road. So.
Same thing else about limb pickup or
No.
grass
Is
off?
insurance a requirement?
Yeah, they'd have to have insurance
Well,
for
that's
sure.
what I'm saying, the one says he's furnishing insurance, correct, and the other one, does he state if he's furnishing insurance or not?
There's no insurance, there's nothing with it. There's nothing else with it.
So if he wants a job, he'll have to, he'll have to get some.
So basically what would happen, I mean, depending on if y'all done that, what was the guidelines that went out? Did they was they supposed to have the insurance in the packet?
I don't know, I didn't see that advertisement. I can go get a paper, Marianne.
Yeah, we probably need to know that, because if it was in there, then that would be a null and void bid. So,
But, and then just a question, say we go with the $5 cheaper one, and then you come back and say, well, you gotta have insurance before you mow it, and he don't get insurance, then do we go back and let the one that's $5 higher?
they're gonna have to have, they've got to have
Right, I get
insurance,
that.
there's no question about
Before
it.
they ever know anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But if there was supposed to be a copy, there's, just like on the cleaning, you've got to do a walkthrough on the cleaning.
Before you can even quote it.
And certificate of bidders touring facility. So we could have received a bill or a bid from another cleaning company. If they didn't tour the facility, it's null and void. So, liability insurance.
Yeah.
I had to pay for a windshield last week. Insurance is
For mowing?
a must.
Yeah.
For mowing.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
in that
and
situation.
this mowing, we're gonna have to make sure, just like Jason said, that he gets called every day by somebody because the road crew has threw a rock from somebody weeding, chipped somebody's car or something. So this over here, there's vehicles there all the time, so they're gonna have to, should be, I'm just curious to know. I'll tell you what, guys, hold on, here she comes.
This is the requirements that the winning bidder must, it tells about the picking up.
This is
limbs.
this is the invitation to bid. The Grayson County Fiscal Court now accepting bids for mowing services for the Grayson County Judicial Complex. The winning bidder shall provide proof of insurance, workman's compensation, appropriate bonding for any work prior to July 1st, 2021. Specifications are mow and weed eat grounds of the Judicial Complex located at 500 Carroll Gibson Boulevard. Blow off any grass clippings, sidewalks, parking lots. Keep trees, limbs, and trash picked up on a regular basis. Must be bonded and insured. A copy of these specifications may be obtained at the Grayson County Judge Executive's Office, 130 East Market Street, Litchfield, Kentucky. That's what went out.
I make a motion, we go with the prepared bidder.
Motion to accept Edwards since they've got the insurance.
I second that.
Motion by Darren, second by Tommy. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Rejection because we just got a piece of paper with no insurance information on it. So. Let me write that down. That was Edwards Lawn Care Service.
Crushed limestone.
All right, crushed limestone. Requested bid proposal. Please accept our attached bid proposal. This proposal is effective July 1st, 2021. This is from Caneyville Crushed Stone. We will be happy to help you evaluate future projects and offer you the products and services that will achieve your goals. As a small locally owned company, we are agile and keep adapt quickly to serve your changing needs. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to quote. The quotes are 601s, $11. Do this every time here. Let's see. $11 for 601s. Delivery add up to 5 miles is $4 a ton. Delivery 5 miles to 10 miles is $4.50 a ton. Delivery 10 miles to 15 miles is $5 a ton. And delivery 15 miles to 20 miles is $5.75 a ton, $5.75 a ton. So, whenever I read these price quotes off, be aware the delivery from 5 to 10, from 10 to 15, and from 15 to 20 are all the same price. Everybody got that? Mm-hmm. So you've got $4 at 5, $4.50 at 5 to 10, $5 at 10 to 15, and $5.75 at 15 to 20. All right, 601s is $11 a ton. Number 5s are $11 a ton. Number 8s are $12 a ton. Number 9s are $12 a ton. Number 11s are $12 a ton. 57s is $11 a ton. Riprap is $13 a ton. And DGA, which is dense grade, is $10.50 a ton. Next bid we have is Scotty's Contracting and Stone, 601s, $10 a ton. Delivery up to 5 miles, and I'm gonna go through this the same way I did this other one. Delivery up to 5 miles is $3 per ton. Delivery 5 to 10 miles is $4 per ton. Delivery 10 miles to 15 miles is $5 a ton. Did I say 5 on 5 to 10 or 4?
You said,
Yeah, $4 at 5 to 10 miles. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. And then 10 to 15 miles is $5 a ton, and 15 to 20 miles is $5.50 a ton. So up to 5 is 3, 5 to 10 is 4, 10 to 15 is 5, and 15 to 20 is $5.50. And that's for all the products I'm getting ready to list to. Any questions?
You got that covered, right?
Yeah. 601's $10 a ton. Number 5's $11.75 per ton. Number 8's $15 per ton. Number 9's $15 per ton. Number 11's $15 per ton. 57's is $12.50 per ton. Riprap, $15 per ton. And DGA is $10.75 per ton. Questions? Or do y'all want to look at the bids?
no, we can accept both of them.
We have 4 houses.
We can accept both bids.
Yeah, it's my recommendation that you that you accept both bids, because sometimes they might not have rock, and sometimes somebody might have it, and we do it a lot now. We still go to, there's been a few times that we've been to Scotty's and they've been low on something, and we go to Caneyville now and pick stuff up. So, probably my recommendation to go ahead and accept them both on the rock. So,
I'll make that motion to
I
accept
second
both
it.
bids.
yep. Motion by Darren, second by Tommy to accept both bids for both rock, Caneyville crushed stone and Scotty's crushed stone. Got the motion. All in favor? Any opposed? Oh, well, okay. You know to write that down.
So we can only use certain kinds of rock, we're for that mixed grade, stuff like that's all we use down here.
What is this?
Some of it's not state certified.
Well, we used to.
Well, we can use dense grade.
I got 2 of these. Who's this one?
Materials.com.
And this is from also fine. All right. This is, got 2 bids for asphalt materials. One is Asphalt Materials Incorporated, and the other is Emulsified Asphalts.
That's the one that's Charles DeWeese.
Well, I thought you said those 2. Here, give me that.
Yes, I've got 2, and I gave you one first.
All right, we've got Asphalt Materials Incorporated, and RS2 is delivered $1.98. Then we've got HFRS-2, $1.98. This is delivered. Wallace, you want to tell him what this is again?
It's tackle.
It's tackle for like chip and sealing and all that type stuff. They use that in that big tanker truck down there.
How much was that?
I've got RS2, $1.98, HFRS-2, $1.98, AE 200 is $2.16, and AE 300 MS-3 is $2.26. And pug mill rental is 0.25 per gallon.
What was that last amount?
This one here,
Pug mill.
0.25.
Is it where we did that now?
Yes. That's where we pick it up now. This next one is from Charles DeWeese Construction, which is in Franklin, Kentucky. And this is asphalt base. That's not the same thing. That's asphalt. This is tackle stuff. Have you got another one for tackle? Yeah, that's actual asphalt.
Yeah, you put asphalt on the bed. Most about asphalt.
So you've got asphalt materials, and what else have you got as far as asphalt?
That's it. Well, no, hang on, here's another one, sorry. She had them divided out for me.
Who did?
Marion did. Okay, Scotty's.
That's asphalt. Is there anything else as far as tackle goes? Nothing? All right, so the only bid that we actually have for the tackle, which would be for like the chip and sealing that we use, you know what I'm saying, is from Asphalt Materials, which is out of Elizabethtown. We actually do business with them now.
Right.
And that's the only bid we received for what I give you for the RS2, $1.98, RS2, $1.98, AE 200, $2.16, and AE 300, $2.26. My recommendation to accept the bid.
I'll make a motion to accept the bid.
Brian makes a motion. Second by Damon, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, next we have two bids for asphalt. Is CL2 asphalt base, .075, PG 64-22. Pickup from plant, it's FOB plant, $58. Asphalt surface, 38D, PG 64-22, $60. Asphalt base, 0.75D, PG 64-22, in place, laid in place, $83. Asphalt surface 0.38D, PG 64-22 in place. Roadway 86. Asphalt surface 0.38D, PG 64-22 in place patching $140. Got it, Darren? 58, pick up the plant.
Yeah, big up.
That's base.
That's base, service 60.
Surface 60.
Late 83 and 86.
Mhm. All right. That was Charles DeWeese Construction in Franklin, Kentucky. And Scotty's Contracting in Stone is base, which would be picked up at plant, $60.17. Surface be $63.33. Laid in place base is $69.42. And laid in place surface $72.88. And I don't have anything on patching, nothing on asphalt surface patching. And let me see.
Yeah, well, let's pick that. That's late. Well, base is only there late. This is, it's base late and surface late. That's a difference.
No, that ain't surface.
Yes, it is. This is. Oh, it's right. 86 is surface late.
We can pick it up.
72 is Scotty's surface late.
Do you all,
What are we gonna do on this patching with Scotty's? Did y'all have anything for?
You all have always been good enough. Whenever we patch, it's been strip patches, multiple strip patches on one road. I didn't even do a patching price. Everything in place at $72.80.
what they've done in the past, Darren, is they've charged me whatever they charge me for the surface if we're not going out and patching a 50-foot stretch.
Like what we looked at
Now-
on Host House, there's enough quantity there to be productive if we lay 3 or 4 strip patches instead of doing a whole roadway.
So you're looking at $72.88.
You're looking at $72.80 basically.
For patch.
So, y'all want discussion on that, or do you want me to go ahead and compare base to base and tell you?
Well, I mean, we can't go down there and pick up, that may be $2 a ton cheaper on a base, but you can't go down there and pick it up where they're at.
I think the convenience part of it is.
Well, you're on the pickup at plant, they're $2 cheaper, okay?
Well,
They're $2 cheaper per ton.
and since.
And we can't drive to Franklin, Kentucky and pick it up, bring it back up here and be set up in the truck. So,
I'll make a motion, we go to Scotty's.
I'll second it.
motion by Brian, second by Neil, all in favor. Any opposed? Fair enough.
While we're talking about roads, Chris, have we got some good cheap bids in on the roads I requested in this?
I'm hoping so.
Are you through with all of them?
We're done with everything. We like a couple left on your June 30th. We'll be paying those first of the week. So we should wrap you all up for this fiscal year.
I didn't want to put you on the spot, but
No.
Yeah.
I did.
Whatever you want me to do, let me know. What I get paid for.
I'll see you in the morning, correct?
2 tile bids?
the only one that really need to be talking to is me.
Y'all do anything
One of the guys.
Tyler?
Y'all do anything in the 6th District?
Yes.
Wallace, we're not worried about these other guys.
I'm not talking about county, I'm talking about me, I need it in the morning.
I'll be warned in the morning.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, first, these are road tiles. And they're on here by the footage, that's what they're on here by. All right, future designs, building materials. Plastic, number 12.
12-inch?
Yep, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
$6.89 a foot. 15, $9.29 a foot. 18, $11.85 a foot. 24, $20.36 inches, or 36 cents a foot. 36 inches. Boy, I'm having a time with these numbers. Woo! We're all running together. 20.36 a foot. Did y'all get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Galvanized, number 12, $17.90 a foot. 15s, $22.39 a foot. 18s, $26.88 a foot. 24, $36.71 a foot. All right. Next is Fort Line Waterworks.
Say it one more time, please.
Fort Line, Fortline.
Where are they out of, Judge?
Trotters Lane in Franklin, Kentucky. And y'all ready?
Yep.
Number 12, plastic, is $6.74 a foot. Number 15 is $9.06 a foot. Number 18 is $11.57 a foot. And number 24 is $19.90 a foot. Galvanized, number 12, $19.75 a foot. Number 15, $24.51 a foot. Number 18, $29.16 a foot. Number 24 is $38.62 a foot. Is that it?
I'll make a motion to stay with future
I
design.
make a motion we stay with futures.
Second.
Motion to stay with futures by Brian, second by Tommy. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
That's more stuff.
Gasoline or diesel?
Be a little bit nicer.
Yeah, you could at least hand it to us.
So I can give it to you. I need hateful.
All right, this is gasoline and diesel from Key Oil Company on Marion Street in Litchfield. Unleaded fuel, 2.29 cents a gallon. Ultra on-road diesel is $2.41 a gallon. And off-road diesel is $2.20 a gallon. That's the only bid we got.
Yes.
I make a motion to go with Keel.
How long is that good for?
Year, I
Year,
suppose.
should be a year.
I'll second that motion then.
Yes, sir.
Make a motion.
It's not,
What was the off-road?
That'll be, that's annual.
Off-road is, 220.
Yeah.
220 for off-road.
I'm gonna see more about my fuel. I think that's you.
Who made the motion?
I did.
Motion by Tommy, second by Kevin, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're still not done.
We're getting closer.
We
Judge, we're
ain't
getting
able.
closer. All the numbers go through.
You got that feeling like Jenny?
Only one?
Yes.
This thing came on.
All right, this is for hauling rock, just rock hauler for us. Got one bid from Timmy Decker Trucking, Litchfield, 5 miles, 5 to 10 miles, 5 to 15 miles, anywhere in the county for $5.50 a ton. And is that $95? $95 per hour outside the county if we ever had to use a truck to go outside the county.
Judge, can we, if we vote to accept that bid, we can still use whoever we want to, right? It's just saying we don't have to get in, it's not a contract to haul off our rock.
No, I mean, if we're in a bind and we have to have something, we get whoever we need.
That's what I'm saying, so I
Yeah.
mean, it'd kind of be a no-brainer not to accept it, I guess.
Yeah.
If we get in a bind and need him, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, and most of the time we do our own hauling, but every now and then we get in a bind and we have to have someone
And
to haul. It's
then
just
you would
like,
go to him.
yes,
Yeah, well, I make a motion to accept that bid.
Second.
And what we did when we were at the jail, we were on a time crunch because they had rented a rock slinger. So I just called the quarry and said, send me whoever you can send me.
Yeah.
Because the ones we
Yeah, 'cause they
typically
was-
use weren't always available at last minute. you know.
yeah, so, that's it. But anyway, who made the motion?
I did.
Motion by Darren, second by Tommy, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Y'all need to ask questions before I do that, and I'll lose train of thought. What else we got?
New business?
No more bids?
No.
My eyes are closed. Next, we have,
Thank you all.
Charlotte came to, see you guys. Charlotte came to me and said that we've got someone that's going off the appeals, Board of Appeals in the fiscal court. I've got an appointee, the city's got an appointee, and the fiscal court's got an appointee. And we molded around who we thought we should get and present to you all to appoint, and we come up with Raymond Sharp. Raymond's, I guess he's president of the bank now, isn't he? Vice president of the Bank of Clarksville. So, unless you all got someone else in mind to sit on that board, and I think it's a 4-year term? 2-year term?
Yeah.
Okay, 2-year term for the County Board of Appeals, which meets once every year.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Damon,
Second.
second by Brian, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, Raymond Sharp, tell him congratulations, it doesn't pay anything. Oh, that's right, it does, he does get $100 if he
Unless we
comes over
have
and
some
meets.
appeals and have to meet all week.
Yeah.
Who made the motion?
Motion by Darren, or Damon, and second by Brian.
Okay.
All right. Next, I need approval of the pay raise sheet for county employees.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Brian, second by Neil, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, we have approved to purchase the old PD building. The county, or the city, has agreed to sell us the old police department building for the sum of $250,000. And, why?
I want that. No, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, so, they come up with a price a few months ago, and, of course, we've already purchased the apartments behind there, which will be, paid off this coming year. And we plan on tearing them down and doing something there. Hopefully, my vision would be, unless, you all might have something else, in mind, is possibly adding on to the back of the police department, the old police department, and putting in a drive-through on the other side of the building and having the sheriff's office moved up there.
That's a great idea.
And that would eliminate some of the parking issues up on the square, and some of the elderly folks that needed to come in and try to do some of their tax business with the sheriff's office could just come through the drive-through, or anyone else for that matter. So they have agreed to, for us to purchase that at, with a payment of $50,000 on June the 30th of this year, which would close out the fiscal year. So we would want to, pay them before July 1, of course. And then another payment of $100 by 6/30 of 2022, and $100 of 6/30 of 2023, and 3.5% interest with them, but there's no penalty to pay off early. And so, Jeremy, I think you're working with,
yeah, the city attorney for Litchfield, Arlene Whitaker Wilson, contacted me a couple weeks ago and said she was preparing a contract for me to review and some other documents that we'll need if the court voted to do that. So I haven't heard from her or talked to her about it since then, but I'll follow up soon so we make sure that
Can we use the,
That she had those details. That's what it said.
can we use some of the COVID funds, since we might have a drive-through window on it, pay for that for social distancing?
well, Darren, I wished I could answer that question. And if I could, that would be the $1 million question, because we do know that we still haven't got a check yet, have we?
No, we did not yet.
And that's through the CARES Act money that we're supposed to be receiving through the federal government. And it seems that the rules of the game change daily. And I've been in contact with Congressman Guthrie, and he doesn't even know what the rules of the game are. The way some of it reads, yes, we can use that money to purchase that.
So we can go ahead and maybe,
But
if we do get the money, we could go ahead and give them the 50,000 and pay it off when we get the other, I guess.
we're gonna get the money. That's already been approved. I mean, that's already out there. It's that they're changing the rules
How
of the
you
game
can
of how
use
you
the
can use the
funds. Yeah.
funds
Every day.
But if it's,
every day. It's changing every day. So,
I was just thinking if it was for COVID, with
Don't
the drive-through
pay them.
window, that's social
Well,
distancing for.
what we would end up doing is selling that building up on the square. And matter of fact, you'd be like, who would want a building up on the square? Norman's been contacted 2 or 3 times by different people already wanting the building.
The police department building is in good shape, everything inside?
Yeah, it was remodeled.
Yeah, that's what
The inside was remodeled. It's
That's a
not.
buy.
It was remodeled when I was chief.
What the interest on the police station, is that not a little high?
3.5.
That's
What was
in the
Keiko?
money.
Over commercial.
Keiko's 3.74.
Yeah, but we're neighbors. I mean, we're neighbors with the city.
I understand, but I'm sure they're trying to recoup some of their $6
They
million.
can sell it to somebody else for more money, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could.
Realistically,
Yeah, they
they're giving
could.
us.
I mean, honestly, we sit here and discuss this. I mean, you would turn around and give $350,000 for it. Would you not?
I'd buy it.
I will.
Me personally, as a business person, if the court didn't do that, I would probably call Rick immediately and say, I'll give you $350,000 for it.
Yeah, it's worth the
Me
money.
personally.
It's worth the money.
So,
It is. It's a good buy for the county, I think.
Kevin, I just realized something. We're going to Wilson and Muir Bank for our loan for the cruisers. Do we need to put that, I probably need to put that for the auditors that it was approved to go through Wilson and Muir for that.
And have them approve it also, yeah.
yeah, that needs to be approved also because, that we go through Wilson here with that.
Hey, Judge, can we just
Opposed. Next, we need to approve the purchase agreement, which would be to pay 50 on 6/30 of 21, 100 on 6/30 of 22, and 100 by 6/30 of 23 at the rate of 3.5, with the option to pay off early with no penalty.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear, option pay, I've heard it.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Tommy.
Second.
Second by Kevin, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We need to.
Tommy, you want
And go ahead and approve to pay
I'm interested.
30,000, because we won't have another court meeting to vote to approve the bills.
Well, if we're gonna pay 50,000, it's gonna have to be, they've just approved it.
They did, but did we say through the general fund? That's what we're gonna be paying it out of the general fund, so,
Because we've gotta pay it by 6/30 of
I
21.
know,
So you want me to get a motion to approve?
to pay it out of the general
All
fund.
right, the first payment, now, the guys, the reason we're doing this is because the auditor, she gets hammered, you know, when we don't, and I know it seems repetitive, but we've gotta do it. So, give me I need a motion that we pay the 50,000 by 6/30 of 21 out of the general fund. Motion by Darren, second by Tommy, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And we won't need to do that other until we end up paying them, right?
I mean, those other 100,000,
Yeah, no.
We're good.
Angel loves the auditors.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do too, don't you, Jason? Norman, how do you like it?
We have pizza and donuts and everything.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Actually, we can't do that, actually.
Yeah.
We've offered pizza, oh, we can't take that, so.
Yeah.
Brian.
Okay, other new business.
Just pick up Norman's bike.
Yes, we need a motion to approve to let the sheriff finance his new cruiser purchase through Wilson and Muir Bank.
They'll give us 3.25.
3 point.
No penalty for early payoff either.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Neil,
Second.
second by Brian, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Other new business, Norman,
No.
Jason,
No.
Kevin,
Not now.
Darren,
No, sir.
No, sir.
Jeremy.
No new business, no old business.
Okay, no old business, anybody? Going once, going twice? News media have anything? Matt, Sam, nothing?
You had that paperwork over?
Is there anything else that we've got that we need to have?
No, I'll wait for it to be off the record.
What?
I just pointed at her.
You got anything?
I said I'll be off the record.
Oh, okay. All right, motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Motion by Brian,
Second.
second by Tommy, all in favor?